like this are when people around our community and beyond take a moment to remember the people that we lost and the moment that we lost them.
To the loved ones of the 5 amazing individuals we lost in this tragedy, please know we will never forget. We will continue to embrace you and care for you.
On this day 1 year ago, 5 people were killed at Louisville's Old National Bank in a mass shooting. Josh Barrick, Dina Eckert, Tommy Elliott, Juliana Farmer, and Jim Tutt Jr. all died.
They were remembered this afternoon at a memorial ceremony downtown. This tragedy was one of the worst in our city's history. And when tragedy strikes in a state, the governor always gets a call. But when the calls came into Frankfort 1 year ago, the mass shooting in Louisville was personally devastating for Andy Beshear. WDRB Scott Reynolds sat down with the governor, who still feels that pain today.
Some days it feels like it was 10 years ago. Some days it feels like it was 10 minutes ago.
Governor Beshear knew just about everyone at Old National Bank, from the greeter to the CEO.
It had been a client back when I was a lawyer, and it was filled with a bunch of really good friends of mine.
Beshear ran his campaign for Attorney General at Old National. 15 years of connections. On April 10th, he first learned of the mass shooting in Louisville, then the general area, and finally, the exact location.
And at the time when the news that it was at the bank came through, I had jumped in a car and we were headed there.
Beshear kept trying to reach his friends at the bank on his way to Louisville, but to no avail.
And I still remember walking into the command center and looking at a friend across the room who'd been inside, and he just shook his head, and I
knew that he had lost one of his best friends, Bank Senior Vice President Tommy Elliott, the man who gave him advice on everything from politics to being a dad.
That day, and one of the worst moments of my life is calling Tommy's wife, Mary Ann, and telling her that he'd passed away. But one of the best moments of my life was seeing my friend Darren in the ER and knowing that he was alive, and then having my friend Dennis walk in and knowing he was alive.
Beshear had often sat in those same chairs as the victims on April 10th.
I'd been in that conference room from everything from business deals when I was in private practice to stopping in for people's birthday parties.
Why we can't find a solution to this cancer of mass shootings, which is eating away our children, adults, and seniors at a lightning speed.
And while Beshear says he understands the emotions of those who got heated and political at the vigil for the victims, he said he wanted to focus on the victims themselves and the shooter.
I don't have any blame that day other than the shooter himself. No matter what you're going through, this is not okay. It can't be explained away. It is murder. It is absolutely murder. But it's a long way to go from I'm having a mental health crisis to I'm going to murder as many people as I can.
Murder that left Beshear with a void, without a friend he would often rely on.
I'm reminded almost daily of how much Tommy did for me. And hopefully I can be there for his family, the same or a similar way.
And a year removed from a painful and unimaginable tragedy, the governor sees each day more clearly.
You know, life's short. Our job is to be kind to each other and do good things. And it doesn't have to be more complicated than that.
Scott Reynolds reporting there.